Welcome to this week's lap guide, the iRacing Lotus 49 Grand Prix Legends Series. This week we are at Suzuka. Fantastic track, this one. This was during the race, the 23:30 GMT Friday race. And it's 19 degrees and 21 on the track, so pretty good conditions. On the 12th lap, I did a 2017. Might look at these other couple laps too to see what was good about those. And we're chasing down John Olsen, who is the creator of the setup that I am using in this race. So heading down here, the 100 meter board is my brake marker, but I know that I'm really braking somewhere in between the 200 and 100, 150, and shifting down into third gear straight away, and then just braking all the way to the second apex there. I've been having a bit of trouble here. I see I leave a bit of room on the right because, as you can see with the Lotus 49, the rear wheels stick out further than the front wheels. So I've had a couple instances of putting the wheel off there and spinning off. So I'll just be a little bit careful there. I stay in third gear through here. Just sort of making sure I hit each apex. I stay to the right as much as I can. This part's tricky. I did a little short shift there. Up into fourth gear now, we just got to feather the throttle. And then pretty much as soon as I straighten up, 100 meters, just after 100 meters, I'm on the brakes, back down to third gear for the first Degner. You can use heaps of curb here, even more than that, but this is pretty good. Watch out the exit curb. If you put two wheels over the green line here, you can kind of bottom out and it can pull you off the track a bit. As soon as I straighten up, I'm back down to second gear and aiming to use heaps of curb here again, which I do quite nicely, all the green here. Again on the exit, like the Degner before it, you put a wheel off there and you can get away with it, but it can unsettle the car, it can pull it around, and you can find yourself spinning out on the exit because you'll be up high in the rev range here. Here I used the rev limit in third gear as my marker. I just stay in third gear and let it bounce off the limiter a bit, and then I turn in, and once the corner straightens up, I get harder on the brakes, back down to second gear. So we'll go through that again. Stay in third gear, braking a bit and then braking harder as it straightens up, back down to second gear. Try and take a late apex so that I can straighten up the exit more, so I can go on the power for longer. Again, we're feathering the throttle through here. I never really get full throttle. A short shift to get up into fourth, which I am now. This corner's tricky because you feel like you could get on the throttle and you will four-wheel drift to the exit, but by the time you've realised you've four-wheel drifted too much and you back off more, it's already too late and you will get sucked to the outside edge and onto the grass. So I leave a bit on the table here as well. Staying in fourth, you need to back off and sometimes brake a little bit to get the nose to turn in, to make sure that you get this ripple strip on the inside. And again, when you've straightened up and the road starts to dip down, you're back on the brakes in a straight line down to third gear for the spring curve. heading towards 130R. Again, there's not much of a brake marker here, but my marker is the 100 board, and I just brake, you know, a good 50 meters ahead of it. On a really good lap, you can put 2 wheels over the curb on the left and get some oversteer when you go full throttle on the exit, which is pretty dangerous, as you can imagine. So I think I take it quite conservative here, and you want to be braking all the way to the apex. My brake marker here is the 150. I can brake pretty much on top of it most of the time. And then I want to use heaps of curb on the chicane. Basically, I want to be kind of exiting the chicane in a straight line for this part here that John's on now. And trying to keep the car as straight as possible so you can get on the throttle as early and as long as possible, because you often need to lift a little bit to adjust, a bit like in the corner before Spoon. It's easy to think that you've got it sorted and that you can get on full power and four-wheel drift to the exit, but by the time you've realised you've gone too far, you're drifting out towards the exit and you'll put a wheel on the grass again. Okay, so the next quick lap I did was lap 15, but this is a slow lap, so I imagine this is the lap where I nearly crashed. So let's fast forward. Okay, so here's a good lesson on the Spoon curve. If you put 2 wheels over the curb on the exit, it can lead to trouble, even though you may be able to take a better line through both the corners and take more entry curb and speed to the first part. It's dangerous, and this is the reason why. So what I did here was went too far out in the curb, got on the throttle at the wrong time, so it's kicked out sideways on me. I've probably done the wrong thing here by braking a little bit, trying to shave off speed as I, slow down for the second part of the Spoon curve. And it gets oversteer, and I realise that there's too much oversteer, and I'm trying to counter steer it and trying to grip the rear up with the throttle, but it doesn't come back. So it gets to a point where I realise that I'm going to spin out, and a little trick that I learnt in this car is when in a spin, put both feet in, and you'll see as I do that down here, the car should straighten up. So at this point, it's a pretty sharp angles, and I'm looking to spin out, but I do manage to lock the front brakes up, and I've got heaps of gas on too, and it brings it around. And I saved myself from just spinning on the spot, because I feel like if you put more steering lock in there, you'll just spin. So we can watch it at full speed again. There we go, save. So we'll go now to lap 15. Watch it from in the cockpit. Back in the third gear, flipping that first apex, drifting out slowing down, making sure you hit the second one. Making sure you hit those apexes, staying in third gear, on and off the throttle. A little bit of brake to get the nose to turn. Short shift there to save that slide. 75 metres, risk going out the curb there again, but nice late apex. Might just come back here. Because I feel like if you're tracking out and like you're on the throttle like I am here at this part of the corner where the curb is, it's a good marker for that you've got a good line and a good exit. Should be nice and straight. Lots of curb there, and here, short shift there, half the fit on the throttle as you see. Braking all the way to the second apex for that one. Nailed it. Perfect. That one.